Hey everyone, it's me, your dad, and I'm here to tell you my review for Space Marine 2. First thing I gotta say about this game is that it is a breath of fresh air. It took me back to the good old days of gaming, the days where when you buy a game, you actually feel like you're getting the whole game, and not just some of the game, and needing to pay more in order to get more content later on. I played it on PS5, and for the most part, it ran great. There was some stuttering during certain cutscenes. It did crash once, and the multiplayer lobbies are having issues at the moment. Besides that, I didn't really have any issues. Let's talk about the campaign. It took me about 8 to 10 hours to finish the campaign on veteran difficulty, which is the second to hardest. I would say I had a great and balanced experience. It was difficult in the beginning, but once I got used to the playstyle of the game, it wasn't bad at all. In the story, you return to controlling Titus after his many years serving in the Death Watch, and you come back to help fight off the Tyranid swarms that have invaded these two planets. And speaking of swarms, holy crap, the amount of enemies they get on the screen at one time is absolutely insane. This whole game, you are outnumbered and outgunned. It makes you feel like an unstoppable machine when you're just slaying hundreds and hundreds of enemies. But since there are so many of them, you're constantly worried like, oh my goodness, am I going to get overrun? And all of it just makes for a great experience. And even though it is a short campaign, that 8 to 10 hours, it is worth your time in my opinion. Something this game did amazing was tying in the co-op with the campaign. During these operations, you play the other Space Marine squads that Titus has been talking to and giving orders to the entire game. Gameplay-wise, it is a lot like the campaign, but in all honesty, I don't mind that because when you're done with the campaign, you're like, man, I wish I had a little bit more campaign. I want to play more of this game. So the operations really are a fun experience. I would say, though, that if you were to play Operation, I would search for a game or get friends to play with you because for some reason the AI just is not helpful during operations. The multiplayer in this game is the best I have played in so long. It reminded me of Gears of War multiplayer, but without all that dancing shotgun fight stuff that I didn't really like about that. You can pick between 6 classes: Tactical, Assault, Vanguard, Bulwark, Sniper, and Heavy. If you watch any other review, they're going to tell you that certain classes need nerfed and that this class is better than that class, and they're just straight up wrong. The thing that is great about the multiplayer in this game is how balanced all the classes are. They just require different play styles. For example, with the Assault, it is better to play as an assassin, somebody who goes and picks off enemies who are kind of on their own. But the Tactical, it is better for you to be playing behind your Bulwark or your Heavy to help pick off the enemies to help fight on the front lines. So basically what I'm saying is the classes aren't bad, people are just bad at those classes. You can't play every class like I'm gonna run in and fight everybody with a chainsaw sword. That's just not how it works. And honestly, I like that. You get to find a class that fits with you and then you play that class mostly. I gotta say there is 3 game modes and 3 maps, so that can get a little bit repetitive. Honestly, it hasn't bothered me yet, but some people have said that it has gotten a little repetitive for them, so that's something to kind of keep an eye out for. Something I want to touch on before I tell you my final score is that all the weapons in this game are fun and interesting. Everyone seems to have a preference on what they like. I liked the chain sword was my favorite, but some people like the thunder hammer. It's just what you like. Some people like the plasma incinerator. I wasn't too much of a fan of the plasma weapons, but some people love them. So I think there's just something for everybody with these classes and with these guns. So all that being said, I'm going to give this game a solid 9 out of 10. I think if they fix the servers and they add in more maps to the multiplayer, then this could easily shoot up to a 10 out of 10. It's fun, it's addicting, I can't wait to see if they're going to make a Space Marine 3. I'm going to buy it immediately. But yeah, honestly, it's a great game. I know a lot of people are kind of shooting this kind of in the 7 to 8 range. I don't see why, because I am going to be comparing this game to future games to be like, okay, am I getting a full experience? Am I getting a good multiplayer? Am I getting all of this stuff? Because you get so much content for the price point of this game. So that's why I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. All right, that will be enough for my review today. I love y'all, and remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Bye, everyone.